This was an excellent interview, so check it out. All right, now you guys know how much I love pinball, and we are here today with Gabriel D'Annunzio. Now, you're going to ask, who is that? Oh, well, I'm going to tell you who he is. He's the main guy behind New England Pintastic 2015, which is going to take place in Sturbridge, Massachusetts next year, July 10th and 11th at the Sturbridge Hotel. Now, it's going to be New England's first bona fide pinball convention. Okay, now I know what you're saying. What's a pinball convention? Well, if you know what comic conventions are, and then you have book conventions, and you have all sorts of media conventions, well, it's a convention that's going to be devoted to pinball. And that's really cool. So, Gabe, how you doing?
Good. It's actually Pintastic New England.
Oh.
Just straightening that out, because I know people will say something. But everything's going great with the show. We've had great response. And it's 10 months away, so we have a ways to go.
Okay, for those of you who don't know what a pinball convention is, kind of like what they have out in Allentown, and some of the bigger ones that we have. I know the Chicago one's coming up. Why don't you talk a little bit about what Pintax is going to be all about?
Well, we're going to bring in vendors. We have a vendor space, which is 12,000 square feet, 63 10 by 10 spots. A lot of vendors take 2 or 3 spots. We have a tournament, which is going to be 25 games. It's going to be match play, 100 people in the tournament. Big prizes, hopefully. We're trying to get some big prize money for the tournament. We have another room, which is 7,000 square feet, and we're going to have 220 pinball machines, free play. That means you pay you pay a fee to get in to the show. You play for free all day. And we have one big draw, which is we're going to have a vendor party, after party. It's going to be from 10 o'clock to 1 in the morning. It's going to be for vendors, people, show staff, and for people staying at the hotel. So if you stay at the hotel, you rent a room, you can come to the after party, you can play, and we're going to have all kinds of special stuff going on for that, free pizza, and it's going to be a good time.
Now, if you think about that, 220 machines is what you said. Now, the Pinball Wizard Arcade up in New Hampshire has about half of that number. So those of you who've been up there, if you take that entire space, fill it with pinball, and you probably still have a little bit left over. So we're talking a lot. And all on free play, which is pretty cool. Now, with some of these expos, conventions, and whatnot, you're going to find probably like a lot of rare games and prototype games. And you would mention that Jersey Jack's is going to be one of the sponsors?
Yes, Jersey Jack. Jack's a friend of mine. He's very excited about the show. He's coming. He's going to be bringing some speakers. At this time, we don't know exactly who, but he has a full array of people at his beck and call. So hopefully he'll bring them all. I'm not sure. He's bringing 2, 3, 4, but yes, he's coming. He's going to be there personally, and he's very excited.
Okay, so to get more information about Pintastic, and there's going to be other stuff going on there too. You mentioned a flea market.
Yes, we have an outdoor flea market about 15,000 square feet. It's basically, you drive in, the people will be driving their trailers in, opening them up, parts coming out, games coming out. It'll be right outside of the vendor area. As you go by the tournament, you'll be outside. It's similar to what Allentown does, more loose type of feel. It's going to be good.
And you can get also, like you were saying, all sorts of parts. The people have mods there, modifications. Like one of the really cool mods that we've talked about when I went up to Lanes and Games was the little Tron pinball machine, the Tron arcade machine on the pinball machine, and like a track mode. That's like really cool. Okay, so why don't you give out Pintastic's website, and I will be personally giving you updates on our show as we get closer to the actual con.
Yeah, check us out at www.pintasticnewengland.com. Like us on Facebook, Pintastic New England. We're on Twitter. Become friends with us. You'll get all the updates. And there's a couple other things I'd like to add for the show. That we're going to have a restoration throwdown. So this area has a lot of restorers that they're really crazy about what they do with the pinball machine. So we're going to have a competition. We're going to raise some prize money for them, and we're going to have that in a separate area. And these guys are all going to go head to head. So there's Dracula. You can hear him talking. That's going to be a lot of fun because people will be able to vote on the best restoration, and these guys are very competitive.
And if you go online, you can check out like places at YouTube, and you can see some of these pinball machines that are in like deplorable condition, and you can see some of the work that these people put into to bring them back to not just working order, but to like a pristine new order. That's funny you speak about that, because when we're going to go check out your tables in a minute, you were talking about Whitewater and how that got restored, and that looks like a brand new machine. Well, anyways, thank you very much. We will be talking a lot, I'm sure, in the months to come.
Thank you.
And let's go check out some of your machines.
Thank you for coming by. And visit us at pintasticnewengland.com. Thank you.
Well, that was quite interesting.
It was very, I mean, those pinball machines, I was telling you before we started taping, I mean, that's a lot of money that's in there. And you can tell the care he puts into those machines. And that's how, before this pinball renaissance, that's really how pinball has survived. You just have these owners and people who just care about pinball, who painstakingly, bring these machines back from the dead.
Yep.
And restore them and use them. And so pinball now has this renaissance, and I really think this is going to be a good thing. It's going to be a family event, and I'm really looking forward to going to it. So that's all I got.